As the year 2012 comes to a close, a new poll has found that Israelis have a dismal view about the year's most significant event for them, Operation Pillar of Defense. The defense operation began on November 14th in response to rocket attacks from the Gaza Strip, which had been escalating during the prior months. The airstrike campaign was brought to an end when an Egyptian-mediated ceasefire was implemented on the 21st of November. The opinion survey, conducted jointly by the Harry S. Truman Research Institute for the Advancement of Peace at the Hebrew University of Jerusalem and the Palestinian Center for Policy and Survey Research in Ramallah, found that only 26% of Israelis think the Jewish state won the conflict. In contrast, 81% of Palestinians believe Hamas was the victor. The results seem to suggest widespread dissatisfaction that the Israeli government did not proceed with a ground invasion to eliminate the Hamas rocket arsenal, instead bowing to international pressure to allow more time for peace talks. In the lead-up to the conflict, Hamas, which rules the Gaza Strip and denies Israel's right to exist, had been firing an increasing number of rockets against the Jewish state, with 100 being fired in a single day, 2 days before Israel mounted a response. The rocket attacks before and during the conflict paralyzed southern Israel, forcing schools and businesses to close across the region. In the end, the conflict left 6 Israelis dead and hundreds injured, with millions of US dollars in material damages. Some 1,500 rockets were fired into Israel, and the IDF says they carried out some 1,500 precision strikes against militants and their weapon stockpiles in response. One tool that Israel did employ to great effect during the rocket barrage was the country's Iron Dome defense system, which enabled the Jewish state to intercept and destroy some 400 rockets before they could hit Israeli towns and cities. The truce in place with Hamas, however, looks fragile at best, even though Israel has eased restrictions on the coastal territory in accordance with the ceasefire terms, including allowing fishermen farther out to sea and allowing more building materials to cross the border into Gaza. A senior Hamas official recently called for a restart to suicide bombings against Israelis despite the truce currently in effect. The study also found that 60% of Palestinians believe that Hamas's campaigns of violence against Israel are the best way to statehood, while only 28% supported Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas's path through the United Nations. A lasting peace seems farther away now than at any time since the Oslo Accords, after the UN voted in the General Assembly to give Palestinians a non-member observer status in response to the bid by Abbas, something which Israel says contravenes the 1993 agreements signed in Norway.